countdown. 3, 2, 1. I just make it really annoying. It does not actually have a count. It's all one waveform that has no break in
it. All right. Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower. With me today, we got
Kyle McIntyre.
Back by popular demand.
Kyle
man.
McIntyre. And one person demanded it.
Yeah. Kyle.
It was Brian.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's
RJ did pretty good filling in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
give the boy a break over here.
Yeah.
The boy, I didn't even ask for it, but you got one.
Yeah, you got a break. That was a birthday gift for you. Taking a break of the podcast.
Yeah.
It's like, why aren't you going to give me a day off of actual work?
Yeah. Yeah. Work in my place for my actual job, Brian.
Yeah.
This is playtime.
Yeah. I just go around, just fuck up all your clients.
Yeah.
They're
just light everything on fire.
Yeah. Like, actually, this is about as good as Kyle does.
Yeah.
Start hitting things with wrenches and just yelling. Yeah. It seems like he's here. Anyways, that's whatever. Neither here nor there. Kyle, what's new in your world? What's shaking? What's grooving? What is good?
Well, it's been a while since we've recorded.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time we recorded? I mean, who cares? It's not relevant,
yeah.
I guess.
At least 3 weeks, if not more.
I'm not wearing it, but I did get some watches. I got some freestyle shark watches.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like did I talk about those already?
No, but I think you posted in the group. It was a cool watch thread that we had going on. We didn't.
Yeah.
I lied. We didn't do shit. It was Steve from 60 Cycle. He started a watch thread. And I'm like, yeah, there's some pretty nice watches out there. Really got me.
The boys know what style is.
Yeah.
They
style. I'm blinded. Just everybody stunting on their watches. Oh, it's just like how watches can be cool and they're not even like super
they're like
expensive.
Irrelevant right now. Like I mean you have a phone on you which always has a time, or you can people have Apple Watches also, so which is connected to your phone, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's an accessory. I guess watches have always been an accessory, right? But now it's even more so.
Yeah, I mean, I do like. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I do. I guess it doesn't really. It doesn't really work. I want to say like, oh, it helps me not look at my phone. Yeah, no, it's definitely. I still look at my phone.
No, yeah, I do too. Even though I have a watch on my wrist, I'm like, what time is it?
Well, I think I look at it less, but I seem to wear now a watch every day. I used to never wear one, and then I'm starting to get that watch tan going. I even have one on now. Got my Casio calculator on. But yeah, some cool watches in the group. And then it was Adam Roar
with that watch. With that watch, you're like totally like trying to find calculations to do at work. Like, oh shit! Well, I mean, 60 seconds.
I have never actually tried using the calculator on you.
You saying Adam Roar?
Yeah, Adam Roar. That was the one that he posted. The Hamilton. I'm like, yeah, still want to get a Hamilton watch.
Did you like what I said? I was talking shit about you wanting one. I'm like, man, that watch on the left is really great.
Yeah, it's like that one's cool. And I'm like, damn it, it's tearing up.
No, it is a good looking watch. Yeah. It was funny because I knew it would piss you off.
Yeah, I mean, they're not cheap for sure.
No,
I'm talking about like the watch. The most expensive watch I have is like $100. G-Shock.
Yeah, G-Shock, baby.
Yeah. Anyways. Oh, you're talking about? Oh, yeah, you got some watches.
I got two of those watches. They're like $60 each, so they're not like super expensive. But
yeah,
I like them. I got one that's like all black, and then I got one that's like olive green.
Yeah,
I don't have a green watch, so I'm like, I'll just pick. They make this is like the quintessential like '80s watch, by the way.
Okay,
I don't know if you've seen. No. Yeah, I don't know how much work you want to do with editing, but post one here. The colors are crazy, they're just, I'm like, oh, I want to do a crazy color one, but, not, I guess I wanted to play it safe for now and just get like, standard colors. But I'll get some more later on. Anyways, they're great. I mean, they were in they shipped from my time zone, so I didn't have to change the time at all on them.
Hell yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, baby.
When it's easy.
And I'm not even going to know how to do it when daylight savings comes around. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah. I was talking about how like I was dreading that, like daylight savings. And I'm like I had like 4 watches at the time or whatever. And I was like, oh, it's going to be a bitch to change all it was actually super easy. If you just Google it, like how-tos, super easy.
Well, I like with my bigger G-Shock, my tan one, it connects to my phone. So as soon as I connect it, it will it'll update the time.
Yeah. Even more than that one.
Transfer. Oh, I wear it still. Yeah, I've worn it. Just not on the podcast or whenever I see you, which I don't ever see you.
Yeah.
Once
a year.
You don't wear that one anymore.
You don't even like it. You hate it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. But all right, got some watches. All right.
Yeah, so I got that. I was at a pawn shop the other day, shocker, and I came across. I've never said. I came across one of these MPK minis.
Yes.
Which is in this color scheme, which make sure I'm
gray and black.
The gray and black, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
I already had one, if you guys remember, which is the white and black. Yeah. Which is still cool with the black keys.
Yeah.
But this is a newer version, which has a little screen right here.
Yeah.
What do you got? Oh, so you have a different color combo too. So the original.
Yeah. So I have like the least cool one.
Yeah, that's the original. One.
But
so these are obviously they're just MIDI controllers, so they don't have any sound in them. Like when I was buying it, the guy's like, "So what? The guy at the shop. So what is that?" I'm like, "Well, so it's not necessarily a keyboard, like because they have keyboards. Like it's not like one of those which has built-in sounds or a speaker. Like you plug it into your computer and you control an instrument digitally." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, great." It sends signal, depending on what key you're on, and tells the instrument that you have on your computer to play a certain note or do a certain thing.
You fucking bozo.
Well, no, he's like, because I was looking at it, I wanted to get one, but I didn't know what it did. I'm like, yeah, it's not. But there are free programs you can use on your I forget the name. I forget the name I gave him. Like some of these free synths. Like you plug it in, just start making music. Have some headphones on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna give this one. Still have the box for it. I'm gonna give this one to my sister.
Give that one to me, and I'll send mine to your sister.
I could. I think there's another one at the shop too. This shop, I don't know why they had like 3 of them.
Yeah.
I bought this one at that shop, and this one came in, and I saw it for like a month, 2-3 months, whatever, and I was like, I'm just gonna get that. It was like $50. I was like, I'm just gonna get it. Yeah. I don't even know how much they cost outside of, but I probably should look it up before I get scammed.
Yeah. No, they're handy. I have really not used mine a whole lot. I used it because I don't really have a lot of virtual instruments that I want to use. I have just Easy Drummer. The tap to find kind of thing helps. That's it.
And you have the pads you can use, the pressure pads here, which I don't really use.
But yeah, I guess a little upgrade, and then also it's a cool color for sure.
Yeah, I might put this up on my table and take my mini log down because this thing is, 4 times the size of this, really, and I have it on a stand, so it takes up like a shitload of space.
Okay, yeah. Do you use the mini log a lot?
I do. I use it all the time.
Yeah,
whenever I'm making music.
Okay, for its MIDI functions or?
Oh, sorry, only for its MIDI functions.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay, gotcha.
So. But if I take it off of here, I probably won't ever use it again. It's like, I'm like, oh, should I? I don't have a keyboard, a keyboard amp or anything. But I could just headphone out of it too.
Well, you just put it out of that bass amp you have. That rumble.
Yeah, that's true. I could.
That is true.
That is true.
Yeah.
So yeah. it was like $50 for this thing. And I'm like, I like that color scheme way better. And has a little readout screen, which I think it just kind of gives you like values of things you've adjusted, which, doesn't really mean anything because it's all, the way I use it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
So.
It just has a screen that says, "You suck." Yeah. This song.
It's just giving you update like Guitar Hero, Synth Hero.
Yeah.
Boo!
This song has no value. It gives you the value. What the fuck?
I got another project for no reason, but I got a backloaded P-bass body. It is a Fender, but I don't know what. I'm guessing it's Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some cracks, in the finish. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it how it is. Maybe I'll just leave it how it is for now. I mean, black. I don't have a black Fender. I don't think.
Oh, because
it's
that's
not
also,
shrink through.
Yeah, and that's also
you thought it was.
Like,
what was that?
Yeah, I wonder what kind that is. That had to be. Yeah, because there's no pick guard that goes on there, right?
No.
Huh.
No. So it was at a music shop. I think it was for $100 or something, 110. I was like, you know what? I could put another thing on the floor.
Yeah.
Next to my bases.
Their project.
I got too much room in that room.
Because that one bass that you made, is that playable? Like, does it feel good? Like the one with didn't it, like you have a shell pink body that you did with?
Yeah. I need to do a setup on it. Now that I know how to do setups.
Yeah.
I need to do that.
Okay.
So, because I set up the J bass I got, and it plays really well. Like, plays really well as I can, as well as I play, by the way, and as well as I can set up. So, right in the same ballpark as each other.
Mm-hmm. Right where I like it.
Smooth, right? So, I need to do that for the bass, the pink bass.
The bass.
And that, because it has a different pickup in it too. I'd like to actually play and do like another shootout maybe. Well, I've only added like one bass since then. Maybe I should do a guitar shootout. Did I do that already too?
No, I think we talked about it. I told you
forever.
I told you should do it, and then I'm like, I'm not gonna do it, but you should do it.
Yeah, because that would take a long time.
Well, even if you
still need pickups for this for the Predator.
Yeah.
The Chris Hansen signature.
Just the name of that guitar. Yeah. Bad move.
Damn it.
Peavey.
Yeah.
How would they know?
Was that?
How would they know that that's gonna be like?
Yeah. Well, okay.
Like some movie Predator. It's like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, and then
probably.
It
was It was like early or late '80s, early '90s.
Yeah.
Peavey Predator, and it's just the alliteration. Like it. Oh, it's.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the right word?
Yeah, I believe so.
Where it's like
the
hell yeah,
double P.
Yeah. PVT 60. Anyways, they do have some of the lamest names when it comes to amps.
Yeah, I remember.
Right? We've been over that. I think
that came up again, and it just reminded me of that bit. It's because I did see like the backstage, the audition. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the solo is this big. It's like a little amp.
Little
like
like
10 watt. Okay.
Yeah. The solo? What the fuck? I guess because you're playing by yourself.
Yeah, you're by yourself, but you're not playing a solo. You're not like the lead guitar.
It's not like, we're hitting Wembley.
Yeah.
I guess you could nowadays.
Yeah, that's funny though. It's stupid. Yeah, the audition, like I don't know, it's just such a dumb. The renown. Yeah, there's no. Yeah. If I want some of those, I'm like, sick. Fucking, I'll take a deuce. Yeah.
The Zoom meeting that could have been an email.
Yeah.
That's Peavey's new one. But
so I got that.
Another
Speaking
project,
of PVs,
yeah.
You can't really see it at the bottom corner right here in the video. I got a Peavey Bandit.
Nice.
So I got the teal line. So there was one locally. I've tried to get, the best price I could on it. Which I don't remember what I paid for it, actually. I think
it's the same one that I got, right?
Yeah. Yours was a lot
teal.
less.
That one I got for steel.
Yeah.
And then it's the teal line. I think mine has the I don't know what the fuck kind of speaker is in it, but it's like one of the PVs. He was like, "Oh shit, you got the fucking." It's not Eminence. What the kind of speakers do they have in there?
Scorpion.
Yeah, something like that. It's like, oh
yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what's in this. So I have the same line as yours. I'd be curious to see who's got the lower serial. Yeah, I paid $200 for it.
$200.
So, yeah, you paid how much? You paid with yours for yours?
I think it was like $30.
You paid $30 for yours.
I think so. No, we'd have to go back to the tapes.
I thought it was $100. You paid for it.
No, it was well under that. It was well 50, under. It was under 50 for sure. It was the one where I think he let me take it for 30, if I believe it. I'll have to listen.
Damn.
Get back to the tapes.
Back to the tapes.
Yeah, almost.
Like we keep shit on tape.
Yeah.
Bring the reel back. Yeah. Roll the minutes back.
Yeah, because it was like I remember it being a really great deal, and then the fact that I actually showed up, he was like really stoked on, because it's like, like people just kept standing him up, I guess. Like he was like, yeah. So, yeah, I'm kind of looking to see if I can go back to, no, fucking goddamn OfferUp. Yeah, it just deletes it, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Anyways.
Yes. So
that shows a huge difference in, I think, what PV stuff goes out here versus what it goes for in San Diego, or in that part of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Is this this the South, and PV still has a big name reputation. Like there's a shitty acoustic guitar at one of the pawn shops around here, and they want it's a PV acoustic, by the way. I didn't know they made those.
Yeah.
And they want $200 for it. I'm like, that's ridiculous. It looks like shit. Like it hasn't been taken care of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't want it, right? But I am looking for the was it trans acoustic or whatever from Yamaha. I think it's the FGTAs or whatever, that line. And I'm looking, I'm like, fuck, still have that shitty PV here.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would they want? Why? How are they asking so much for it? They also have 2 frameless guitars.
Just
like who has frameless?
Yeah, is it super expensive too? I bet.
Yeah, they want $600 for either one of them.
Oh no,
I was thinking made in China.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking thousands.
No, they're not like German. They're not the German made ones or whatever. European made.
Mm-hmm.
I assume they make them. They have some that are made in Germany, but yeah, they're just crafted in China.
Yeah, I guess.
Love how it's crafted and not made.
Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of half distracted. I was trying to find more info on what I paid for that. It doesn't fucking matter. Whatever, what I paid for my PV. I want to say it's well under $50, and then it's got the Sheffield speaker in it, or whatever that's.
Oh, Sheffield. Yeah, I think that's what I have in mine.
Mm-hmm.
The tag is gone on mine. The little plate.
Yeah, but yeah,
and they did Scorpions and they did Sheffields.
Which either way. But
I think for our line they did Sheffields.
Yeah.
And the next run where they changed the where it's just black and with this aluminum sides, those ones are Scorpions, I think.
But Bandit, a really cool amp. I mean, I'll get into my what's new as well, which involves my Bandit. But yeah, I mean that's still a good deal for that, but it's also like you said, just the difference of like how Peavey is perceived maybe out here. And if it's not a 5150 or 6505, they're really the prices are low, baby. So I'm keeping an eye.
That's why I think you can get a Bravo out there. Someone's got one.
Yeah, I have not seen many, but I'm keeping an eye out on Classic 30. I think a classic, man, kind of my deal here. Like I said, I did see one at Guitar Center. Maybe I'll stop by and check to see if it's still there. But
yeah, and I think that one was a different year span than what.
Yeah, I think it's the older one than yours. Made in USA. I did see it. So yours is as well. But they eventually, I think they did move to making them in China.
I think mine is like the after 2012 version.
I think 2008 is when they changed to yours. Style.
Okay. So then, I think mine might be 08 to 012.
Yeah. Well, there's no O's before it.
Shut the podcast down. 012, which there is a 0 still there, but fuck.
Yeah. Technically, not wrong. Technically, you're
not wrong, but still sound like an idiot. That's me.
You're the prick, not me. Just saying. Jesus Christ, sound like a goddamn asshole. Peavey Bandit. How you liking it?
It's good. I did play. I did like a little comparison between the two. You know, hearing tube versus, I guess not. Like an idiot.
Yeah.
Going between the 30 and then the Bandit, and the Bandit I would say is more versatile. I wasn't really cranking like the gain or whatever, but it is a fun. Definitely is a fun guitar. I was playing.
What are you saying? The solid state is more of like
versatile? I would say. Well, I think there's more EQ in that. Like
really? Okay.
They must have had. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to maybe I have to sit down and really give it a shot. But
yeah, it's
I guess because the classic is trying to go after a certain amp, right? It's trying to go after like a tweed.
Yeah.
Right. So it does clean. It actually does just gain really well too through it. But I noticed more of a like. The EQ sweep was a lot more, I think, noticeable.
But
on the Bandit.
Did you compare the Bandit to the Bravo?
No,
okay.
I didn't.
I was about to say, maybe that's what I heard. I thought you said your Bandit to the Bravo.
No, sorry.
Prefer the Bandit. I'm like, damn.
I bet those are similar in the way that they're EQ'd and everything, but just the headroom. I bet the Bravo has a lot more headroom.
Yeah. I was telling you about, so I was playing my Bandit the other day, and those have no business being as good as they are.
Yeah.
Like I remember hearing that, and it was on a Guitar Nerds podcast. Shout out to him. Old school ones when it was the 4 original blokes. They kept talking about like, oh yeah, I remember like growing up, it's like I had an older brother and he had a teal stripe like Peavey Bandit, and that was kind of like a really good first like gigging like amp. It was solid state, but I remember saying that, and I'm like, about to shut this fucking podcast down. They're talking about clean like solid state amps being good. No, wrong. Yeah. And of course they are good, and like they're fun. Like actually, and then they do take pedals well. If that's something that you're going for, go into the clean channel and throw a drive in front of it. I'm like, that sounds good. I'm like, damn. Like, I'm not going to abandon all my tube amps to go that route, but I'm like, this one's all right. I'm like, do I want to try more solid state amps? Probably not. I think I'm good. But if one would happen to come my way, I did see like at Guitar Center, they actually had a good amount, which we'll talk about in a minute. But they had like a Roland, like one of those 1x12 like jazz choruses or whatever. I don't know if it's a jazz chorus because it's a single, but it's like, yeah, that wasn't a bad price either. I'm like, damn, do I want to try get another solid state?
Does yours say Sheffield on it?
Yeah, mine has a badge.
Okay. So I have to look. I'm seeing another one that looks just like mine online.
I think
it's a Scorpion.
Scorpion, yeah. And I don't know what the difference is. I think people, like I remember watching a video of the Bandit Teal. It's like Teal's the one, and then I got the Sheffield, which I'm like, what's the fucking difference?
Yeah.
It's like, but yeah, I mean, I think that would be a great first. I don't know, great gigging amp for sure. I don't know. I don't think it.
No, I think you should maybe bring it for when you guys do practice next, and just kind of see.
Yeah.
Do not a side by side comparison. They're gonna sound completely different.
Mm-hmm.
His Mesa compared to that.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
that'd be kind of cool.
A lot of times for practice, Adam is just using he has a atomic amplifier, which is a digital pedal, and he just goes out of that. So he's not even using an amp when he practices. And I don't use one either. I just use the dark glass. We're doing in ears.
Dang, forgot.
Yeah, so I don't even bring it. There's an Ampeg cab there. And then, maybe, I think it'll come out after this episode. But we, have a music video that we recorded at that rehearsal space.
Yeah.
And then so I just used it's a 410 HLF, like the one you have.
Yeah.
And I just used my first time using the V4B just as a prop. That was just in the background as we played to the song. I'm like, this is the first time bringing this out and actually not using it. Back in the closet you go.
Glad I pulled that out of there.
Well, because it doesn't. We talked about it. It doesn't fit my amp rack that I built.
Yeah.
Measured once. This should work. Oh wait, it doesn't fit the. God damn it. So this amp that I have, yep. Yeah, it doesn't fit in that rack. Cool. Fuck. That was the whole point of this, was to have the bass amp ready to go and plugged in. So now it's a real bitch to get out of the closet here. But I'm like, whatever. It's not. I bought that, which as dumb as it sounds, I bought that just for recording. I don't think I'm gonna gig with that because I've done it before. And it's just not. It doesn't got the power.
Yeah.
That's
a classic, dude. Just get a freaking. You don't need it. No.
I think Johnny's talking about oh, you want to borrow it? Just when he moves, he's like, you can. No. Well, and then I'm kind of like, I guess it would be cool, if I wanted to gig with it. But I'm also like, I gotta keep hitting that gym again. I'm gonna gig with that because I'm like, you're the one who would lift that thing, and okay, you're a lot bigger than me. And so it's like, if you're throwing
I think the height difference, it's easier to get it up on top of that thing of an 810 at least.
Yeah. No, that's got to be a bitch to do that with a classic.
Yeah.
300 watt deal. That's putting it on. Man, that would suck every night doing that.
Yeah.
But that's a hell of a sound. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh yeah,
I don't know, probably Bandit.
Yeah. I was playing it I'm like, and even that drive channel as you can turn it up and get the and the squealing and stuff like that. That probably wouldn't be the best in a mix, but it's fun to play at home. Cool amp for how cheap they are. I guess at San Diego way. Getting them for under 100, no problem. A lot of Peavey stuff cheap over here.
Yeah.
Like I said, unless it's a 6505 or 5150, everything else cheap. Even the Joe Satriani amps, I think I've seen the 120 watt deal.
Satchmo.
Yeah.
Satchmo amp.
Yeah. Seen those, which I heard are fucking great.
Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sam Squanch. I heard those are fucking great. And yeah, his signature amp. And so it does all the gain and stuff like that. Under $400 for a head. I'm like,
okay, a little update here. I'm doing a little reading. I'm listening to what you're saying here. Solo Series Bandit 75 has the Scorpion. Mm-hmm. Solo Series Bandit 112, which is what we have.
Yeah.
It has the
Sheffield.
Sheffield.
Okay, we got to compare serial numbers next. To see who has older.
It says they increased the power to 80 watts and a choice between Peavey Scorpion. So I guess they may have produced them still initially with the Scorpion, and then they moved over to the Sheffield.
Well, I
89 to 95.
Okay, because I could have sworn mine's 80 watts.
Yeah. Well, that's what this is saying. They increased it from 75 to 80.
Get that 5 more. Hell,
yeah,
I need that.
Push it.
I need it.
Every last drop of power.
Yeah, I need the power. Just for your
power.
For your bedroom. All right, nice. But yeah, no, that's a good come up. I mean, it wasn't the best, like it was,
Yeah, it wasn't your price.
No, but
wonder
why that is. I feel like there would be more Peaveys out there in Texas.
It's more saturated, but
maybe they're more respected because more people know.
The bases are cheaper. Or let's say like the certain bases, I guess.
Like the Furies or whatever.
Cheaper. Yeah, some Dynas and Furies and Foundation bases, which are some of the dumbest freaking names.
Jesus Christ.
Foundation base.
That's gotta be. I mean, I guess. Okay, yes, you're the foundation of the song. You and the drummer.
Yeah.
Yes, but fuck. It's like calling a bass the rhythm section.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
What I don't.
This
what
bass
I don't
is called the low end.
Yeah.
Okay, we fucking bass. Get it.
All I have is just a bass clef.
Yeah.
Sick.
That's the name of the bass.
Great.
Get it?
Well, okay. So like Epiphone, they released a series of basses that were very similar to Fender basses, right?
Yeah.
Almost same shape, body. But so like the jazz bass, they called it the rock bass. Okay. So it's like, okay, style of music for that one. The precision bass, they call it the Acu bass. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I get it. Accurate. Okay. So you can see the pickup configuration.
Yeah.
And you can see it was Epiphone. That's an Acu bass. But with these, it's like Dyna, you'd think, dynamic, or I would say that's probably along the same lines as Precision with that name.
Yeah.
Dyna. Okay, cool. But they have different pickup configurations I've seen.
Yeah.
They did the ferrite bass pickups, which were basically like single coil, but just really wrapped, or like a heavy wrapped.
Wrap.
And I don't know, super ferrite. I don't know what that really means. Yeah. Super magnetic. I mean, that's basically what ferrite, whatever. But then they have other configurations of the same bass, and the Fury bass is just anyways, there's no rhyme or reason to some of these. You think they'd pick one and go, oh yeah, we could do this just kind of like what Epiphone did, but there's nothing.
Like, nah, we're just gonna fuck off.
Yeah. Because like a certain point, the Dyna basses just have a PJ setup.
Yeah.
Like I have one. My Dyna is the super ferrite with like the dual singles.
Yeah. Which is kind of like a jazz bass, right?
Which is like a jazz bass, except it's like a heavier sound. Which is cool. I mean, it's also active, which
I forgot you had that bass. You
got
a lot of bass.
But then you have the Peavey Foundation.
Yeah.
Hold on, dude.
Hang on.
Peavey Foundation is set up the same way, except I think it doesn't have the
passive.
It's passive.
Got it.
It's the fucking Foundation, dude.
That name.
Yeah, fucking dumb. It's 3 syllables and it does not flow. I guess Precision also is, but Foundation.
Yeah,
but same pickup setup as mine.
Yeah,
but whatever. When I saw it was still a Made in America bass at what's it called?
Yeah. God bless this beautiful country.
Yeah.
You take your hat off.
Yeah. Every time I drive past Texas Roadhouse, I always salute that sumbitch.
Yeah.
Take it off and play taps or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's a Peavey Classic 30 around here for $300.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's what
I'll buy it and send it to you.
Yeah, that's. Well, I mean, it'd probably be $60 in shipping. Yeah. But you'd have to ship it. And you're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Fuck no, dude.
Shit.
Fuck no, dude.
You can't fucking rely on me to do shit.
I ain't gonna do shit, motherfucker. Yeah, really, when Johnny went out to Texas and drove back, we should have really took advantage of that.
Yeah.
If him driving crap back and forth.
Yeah. Just wasted his time.
Well, I guess, yeah. Glad I didn't, because I was going to give you the Jazz Master to hold on to. And once I got that fixed up, I'm like,
should have.
Yeah, that is all right. Fixing up your guitars, I'm like, oh, yeah, and amps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really is the name of the game.
Before you sell a guitar, fix it up before. Yeah. See if it's worth it.
Yeah. Same thing with amps, too, by the way, which was kind of my what's new. I don't know if we want to segue into that, because we're kind of already talking about it.
Yeah.
So, took a couple amps that a little tired, worn out.
Took a couple amps, saw a couple things.
Yeah. A couple of my amps that were, like I said, the blown out, tired.
Blew the back out of these things.
Yeah. They were, a little worse for the wear, looking good, but needed some, tune up. Nothing crazy. AD15 orange, that 1x12 combo. Love that thing. Love more now. But it had the scratchy pots, and it was cutting in and out a bit. It's basically if you blinked, it was a bop. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That was definitely, like, okay, well, it, probably nothing's too serious. I'm like, I could clean the pots. I have some deoxit, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's more needs to go on in here. And then,
where'd you buy that deoxit from? You just from anywhere?
I think I got it on Amazon, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was looking in the store.
Yeah.
The store.
Yeah, I didn't get it from, I think I got it from Amazon. Like, it was like, I got a specific one that Phil McKnight, like, linked. He's like, oh, there's some that have lube in it. Don't get that.
Phil McCracken?
Yeah.
Phil McKnight? Phil my night in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
that
I watched his, and he was a guitar tech, and he's used to at his shop and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, he linked to a good one for guitar and like electronics and stuff like that, as far as like, like pedals and such. So okay, this is good. So I got that exact one. I think D5 is what it was. Yeah. Hey, don't quote me on that one. But anyways, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take this to a shop, because I'm like, it's just not fun to play. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, since I was going there, I'm like, the Peavey Bandit that I had kind of had a similar situation, some scratchy pots and stuff like that. And also the gain knob on the distortion channel was snapped off on 10.
Okay.
Stuck there.
Hell yeah.
So it's like the guy joked around. It was also like, that was broken off. So I'm like, it needs to be
on
replaced.
purpose.
He's like, well, it's broke off. It's on 10, but it's like, that's kind of where you want it anyways, right? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, dude, fix my shit.
Here's $30.
No, for no reason. Here's a dickhead.
Yeah. Were you here? You coming? That guy was really thinking I was going to stand him up. That story. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, I knew I had, I'm like, some, issues to fix on both of the amps. Nothing crazy, but I'm like, okay, take it into Top Gear over in La Mesa. That's been the shop I've always taken my amps to.
Top Gear.
Yeah. And, yeah, got them back, and woo, goddamn, these are great. I mean, both of them, awesome. But that AD15 especially, I'm like, I forgot how much I love that thing. So, he had to do it, I've never had that amp serviced. I bought it maybe about 8 years ago, which that's crazy how time flies. It feels like I just bought that fucking thing.
Yeah.
No, it's been almost closer to a decade. I'm like, fuck. Shit, man. Time's flying here. We're going to be 40 soon. Whew. Anyways, never had that thing serviced. I gigged it, a lot actually. And then it was a good home amp. I played it all the time. You had it at your garage and played it, and that was a good amp that I think you were just playing with pedals and shit like that. So it got use. It was it needed cleaning, and then he said like, yeah, it was kind of dirty. It's like all the pots needed to be cleaned, and also the tubes were done, which makes sense.
Really?
He's like, tubes were pretty much cooked. He's like, hey, it's going, but it's like, I replaced them all for you. So all new tubes. He's like, yeah, you're going to get more power out of it, it's going to be louder, or somewhat, I think that's what he said, but take your word for it. It works, and it does exactly what it should, and that's a great fucking amp. Well, it's a good little edge breakup sound. It does like what I've said. It does like Orange's take on an AC30. So it's like AC30 with more balls to it. You could say. And yeah, I love it. It's great.
It's got some fucking cojones.
It's like it doesn't have an effects loop, so it's all if you're gonna put pedals in front of it, it's got to only take them in front of it. So get it to the edge of breakup sound, the cliched things, but it does that well. Love it. And then same thing with Peavey, got that playing again. That really got me just thinking. I'm like, oh, this is just like fun, like amp to play, like distortion, like that distortion channel.
Yeah,
he's kind of right. You kind of want it on 10, but I like the option of turning it down, and
it cleans up pretty well too.
Yeah,
I mean,
I did. Yeah. You can roll down the volume on that dirty channel and it's still like totally usable. And the clean channel, people say, oh, it's sterile or whatever. It's solid state. What the hell you expect? It's not. I haven't cranked it to try and break it up or anything, but I'm not going to because it's not like tube saturation is going to come out of it. But it takes pedals well too. So it's like throwing a drive in front of it. I'm like, oh yeah, if this was your only amp, I'm like, this is great. So I think I spent like $30 on it and over $100 to get it repaired. So it's like now it's not a steal for $30. But yeah, I'm glad I got both those back. Those are just to like actually like you said, if you're thinking about, because I was thinking about getting rid of both of those for calm balls and tracks, because I'm like I could probably sell the Peavey Bandit for $150. So I'm like, if I can get that, because I've seen them go, but I'm also like, well, it's scratchy pots and it's got a broken knob. Who's gonna like pay top dollar, $150 for San Diego prices for that? I'm like, well, let me get it repaired. And then the 8015, I was like, I could probably sell it for $800, $900 maybe. And then that's the whole thing. It's, like, it's a rare one, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, but if I don't like playing it, I don't know. Do I really need it? And then I got it back, and I'm like, yeah, I'm wrong. Yeah, the same thing with the Jazzmaster. Once I got that set up and started playing it, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I was dead wrong. Yeah, this is a fun guitar. Hold on to these.
Fixing everything. I know you said guitars and stuff, but fix your broken shit.
Yeah. Like
first of all,
my truck
before you sell it. God damn.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
But no, that's a good one. Like just getting I'm trying to think of anything else. It's not broken or anything, but it's on my list is my acoustic Taylor. I need to get that fucking Taylor preamp the fuck out of there and just put something like, instead of having to have a TRS cable, just a standard TS cable.
Standard cable.
What a stupid fucking idea. It's their expression system or ES system or something like that. So you have to have a TRS cable or else it sounds thin and shitty. The fuck was I supposed to know that? Anyways. But yeah.
Yeah,
so,
that seems like counterintuitive. Like you're selling that to someone.
Proprietary.
They should fucking know that.
Yeah, which I think I should have as a consumer, but I bought it when I was like a teenager.
You were a kid. Yeah.
It was just money that I should have spent wiser, but hey, I still have the guitar. So
yeah.
But yeah, I need to tailor it more to me.
Oh, Taylor, get it?
Oh, didn't even think about it.
There are some other Peaveys I do want. I want the Deuce, which we talked about.
Yeah.
And the Mace.
What the hell is that?
They're part of the VT series. Mm-hmm. So they're like full, the
Viper
tube
one?
amps.
Okay. Oh, okay.
They're loud as fuck. They're
really?
One's like I think. See, the Mace is 160.
Is it like a take on a Mesa at all?
Yeah, no, Marshalls. I think they're take on Marshalls.
Because the Windsor is also there's like kind of like a.
Because these are like
800.
70s amps.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So I think they're 70s, 80s, I guess I should say. But the Mace does like 160, and then the Deuce is 120. They're both 212s.
Watts. Right?
Watts, yeah.
Okay, I thought it was like dollars. I'm like, what the fuck are you waiting for? $120, go get it. I'll Venmo you right now.
Like the Mace might be a later model, but it has the Black Widows in them.
Okay, yeah. I'm definitely on the Peavey train. I only have one now, but I feel like I said, I'm itching to get more. But I mean,
see what San Diego has to offer.
As much as I want like a 6505, that's probably not in the cards. I don't really need something like that. But yeah.
Yeah. And you can just kind of get that sound. It's replicating something that you already used to have and know how to,
Yeah. I mean,
guess get the impulse speaker, whatever the IR.
Yeah, or maybe something out of, my fractal deal. But, I guess since I was in La Mesa, which is that part of San Diego here, which isn't really that far away, but I feel like, oh, God, I'm all the way out here. I better make the most of it.
You don't know what it's like.
I don't. I don't, and I'm glad.
Yeah. And I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying it's a completely different world out here.
Yeah.
Where like 30 minutes for you or not even. It's like 20.
Yeah. And I'm like, God damn, I don't know. What the fuck am I away from civilization? Does my cell phone
20
even work?
minutes. I'm 20 minutes away from a gas station.
20 minutes to get to the freeway.
Like, fuck.
Yeah. But since I was in La Mesa, at the Top Gear is located there, I was like, well, let me go check out old friends at Moe's Guitars.
Yeah.
I realized I haven't been there in probably 5 years. If not, I want to say pre-pandemic.
Haven't been there in a poon's age.
I want to say that. Maybe I have been since, because you used to wheel and deal there.
Oh, yeah. I had some good sales or, buys there.
Yeah, myself too. The Jazzmaster from there, 80-15, my previous 80-30 combo, all from Moe's Guitars. But yeah, they had some cool stuff there. And then I was looking around and I'm like, oh, they have some satellite amps, which I'm like, oh, that's nice. They have a lot of vintage Fender amps, which I'm like, these are cool. I'm not there yet. That I'm like thinking it'd be maybe once I hit my 40s, that's gonna be this is all you need, just this and a cable. That's gonna be me in my 40s. So wait till then. But
what you want to do is put when you want to mic this thing, you have a mic all the way across the room.
Yeah,
and you want.
Why? I'm on stage.
No one knows why.
I'm on stage.
Yeah.
Put a mic behind.
You play live?
Amp. Yeah. I just wear my old guy's rule shirt.
Yeah.
But I mean, lots of fucking cool vintage. Like I'm talking like 60s and older, like amps.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? These are cool. Not
those
my
aren't cool to me.
Not my speed, but
yeah.
They did have what is it? An Ampeg. I think it was an 8x6 cab, which I was like, oh, yeah,
6-inch speakers.
Yeah, 8 6-inch speakers. I think 806 HE for $450, which I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, it's still pretty big, made in the USA, and then I forgot how many watts. I didn't get how many watts it is, but it was pretty nuts looking. It just didn't. It was like you look at it and you're like, what's going on here? Why is this? What? I kept looking. I'm like, not like the Coase amp, the micro SVT.
Yeah.
Not to that scale, but it's like just a little bit smaller than an 8x10. That you're like, wait a minute, what? I think it's maybe smaller than a 6x10. And you're looking at it, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Who the fuck thought of this? This was a good idea.
This? Are you serious? You jerking me here?
You jerking me what?
It was a weird one. It was one that I'm like, I had never seen that. I think that's kind of cool. Not that I would buy it. $450 is not a bad deal. Not a good one either. For something weird that I probably wouldn't enjoy. You know?
Fuck. Yeah, I'm on their website right now looking at they just have a shitload of old stuff.
Tons of cool stuff.
And it's like 1954 Tweed Pro Fender amp.
That's
almost $3,000.
That's the one of the ones. See that and like, holy shit. They consignment is a lot of what they do too. So
a 62 Princeton amp, Chris Stapleton edition. That dude wasn't even alive back in 62. Shouldn't have a. Just kidding. Well, I don't get it. But yeah, that's $2,300.
Yeah, but they do carry cool brands. So Daredevil carries a full line of that. Greer amplifier. Well, they carry the pedals. So yeah, it's kind of cool that they're I remember them back in the day. 2009, 2010. I would take some guitars there to have adjustments and different repairs done, and they never had cool stuff. It doesn't sound like an asshole, but it was just they just didn't really,
Yeah.
And now they do. It's like they kind of like took like, hey, let's carry some newer brands. Let's carry some cool.
I can't believe you walked out of there and you didn't get the Slicer SL2 for $100.
What? It was there?
Yeah. Not the big one, but the smaller one.
I didn't know it was. I didn't see it because what
it shows on their website.
Okay, so then I may have to. I'm off tomorrow. So
God damn it, you son of a bitch!
May take a drive to La Mesa, take a trek out there. So what I did see is this guy, a favorite pedal of both of ours.
Yeah.
Nothing new. It's actually the old version, a Walrus 385 drive. Saw it there, $95. Not a steal, but it's cheaper than anything I saw on Reverb. And then I was waiting for these to go for like $60 or whatever on Reverb. No, not good luck. Not happening. So I'm like, okay, $95. I can support a shop here, and get a pedal that I really enjoy. I didn't even plug it in because I knew I love it. I wanted to keep yours, but it was yours, so you had to take it with you. It's like I'm mad at you.
And you wouldn't be able to pry it from my cold dead hands.
It's so good. I don't know. I mean, I've never was one to be like, oh, really. Well, okay. This is one thing. They actually had a real amplifier like that. The 395, or 385. What is it? Projector deal. They had somebody who took one of those and made an amplifier out of it.
Oh, okay. That's what
they sold it there. Yeah. So what they're replicating out of this, they had a real one there at Moe's. I didn't play it because I was kind of
really?
I kind of a pussy. I should have.
What?
I should have just yeah.
Well, you know what I would be playing? Playing Day Tripper. Dang.
But
it's on their website. I don't see.
Yeah. So they had a real one there. And I should have played it, but I didn't. But I got one of these. And,
I see it.
Yeah.
Custom film a sound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for like $500. Yeah, that's not too shabby. Should have played it just to try it. I feel like the sales associate is the guy I don't remember his name. He played local bands before. I know we've probably met him, and he's one of the guys who's worked there. I don't remember his name, but
he's not the guitar builder there, right?
No, one of the younger guys.
Oh,
our age. Younger than the other ones. Has his hair. Not a slight. I'm just saying. He was like, I think he really wanted me to play. It's like, oh yeah, this is sick, man. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy one of these. And cool. And then he's like, all right, sick. He's like, well, we have a real one. Do you want? And he's like, yeah, check it out. He's like, kind of like.
Do I always get nervous playing in front of people?
Well, it's because it's a smaller shop too, and I'm like, cool. I'm just gonna sound like a fucking jackass.
Yeah, you'll be getting like we said, the Guitar Hero treatment.
Boo! Yeah. No, but the other thing is nobody's gonna fucking give a shit too. And I think he kind of was like, oh, you don't want to try it? You didn't like it? But yeah, no, that was a good buy. I had to leave that. And since I was also in La Mesa, I've talked about it. I went to the Guitar Center that was there. And I did see the Peavey Classic, which I should have tried. I was already kind of in the mood, and I had, it was I think a Monday, and it was just like a slow day. Yeah, I did try one amp. So there was amp that Adam has is the Mesa F50 1x12 combo. He loves it. Yeah. That's his amp. He's like kind of like a dream amp of his. He has it. He loves it. And then I was like, oh, he was thinking about getting a second one because he was like, he went to Guitar Center the weekend previous, and he was like, oh, this is here. He's like, I'm thinking about it because he got his for like $750, and then this one was for like $550. He's like,
dang, that's a good deal for that's a tube amp, right?
Yeah. And he's like, well, it's like these might go back up. He's like, for a while they were at 900. He's like,
yeah.
I was like, I don't know about getting gear just to think that it's gonna go up in value, but I don't hate it. And so I'm like, I tried it, and it wasn't really my sound, and it also could have been the guitar I was playing too. So,
dude, it's hard to find a guitar that has 6 strings, that is tuned, that's tuned to at least to the set that you're kind of know,
or that it's
standard
a guitar that's set up either.
Yeah, that's setups in some way that doesn't have like rusty feeling strings.
Yeah.
Man, sometimes you grab a guitar, you're like, what the fuck?
This one really wasn't that. It was fine. I had to tune it, but I have a tuner on my phone. That's fine. It's like, tune by ear. No, I'd rather just play the thing. It was a Fender Tom DeLonge Stratocaster. And one of the new ones that came out. And, man, that thing is a wall hanger. Very cool looking, but that is sounds like a dog. That thing is bad. It's just like bassy. It's just like, I'm like, it's not like how I remember at all. I'm like, so I figure, I'm like, I'm going into a gainy Mesa combo. This should be fine. It's like, I'm like, wow, okay. This is not how I remember it. And Adam, when he plays his F50, doesn't sound like that. I'm like, it's got to be the guitar. At least that's what I thought. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And since I was I was there, I should have just grabbed a different guitar. But I was kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to buy this thing anyways. And then I figured, I didn't think about it until like, now. I'm like, well, I was already there. I should have tried the fucking Classic 30. And knowing I'm not going to buy it anyway.
Well, since you're going back tomorrow,
you're
going to fucking do it.
Yeah, going back there to buy the SL2 from Moe's. But yeah, so that was my journey to La Mesa. Getting my amps fixed, buying some shit, trying some other shit. It's good stuff. That's like it's funny how there's so much
journey to La Mesa.
Yeah, he learned a lot about himself on that trip.
20 minutes.
It's all about the friends you make along the way.
Yeah.
From Claremont to La Mesa. This young man. His journeys. So, so that was it. I mean, it's funny how many like music stores are in La Mesa.
Yeah.
Funny, very hilarious, Brian. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking dying over here.
Very funny. So, how about this? Kind of a quick topic, or could be whatever. So this is topical for my band. We played a show last week, and this happens. It happened, and it sucks, but it is what it is. You deal with it. Played a set, and on the second song, Adam broke a string. A string. A string. So kind of one that you don't want to, the fifth string. And you're like, well, that sucks. That's right there. Okay. Any chord okay, all right.
Yeah, that's horrible.
And then
I broke my A string on bass.
Yeah.
And my brain doesn't go, all right, on the fly, now just
yeah, you can only
you can do this. My brain like, oh no.
Yeah, you gotta go sometimes travel pretty far off that neck if you're just gonna use
that meme where it's the monkey or oh no.
Yeah.
That's me. That's totally me.
Once that happens, A string breaks, you're like, fuck. And it's tough to play chords. Anyway, so in the middle of the song, finished the song, and then Adam, he got the string stuck in the bridge. So you know how strats are like yours. It's like, goes into the, tremolo bridge.
Yeah.
The ball got stuck. So he needed like something to just pop into it, but it's like you don't have all your tool chest on you. And I even think, I'm like, damn, I don't
have something to jam back in there to pop it out.
Yeah, a toothpick could have worked, but I'm like, who carries toothpicks around? And then like even myself, I'm like, I had my Leatherman on me, but I didn't have any tools that would have worked for it. I'm like, fuck.
You failed him.
I know.
You left him high and dry.
What probably could have worked is if I took one of my spare bass strings that I had and just jammed it in, it probably could have worked. But you're in the you're in the moment. The lights, the hot lights, hot Atlanta. You're up there and it's like, oh, it's not working. He's trying to get it to work. It's like fuck. And then Brian and I are trying to just, fumble fuck our way through like a jam.
Yeah. Boom. Boom.
Yeah. And I'm trying to
I just
do
sound like
something.
Jack Black over here.
Yeah. I don't play bass. I just do all with mouth. And so anyway, we got to the thing where
Kramer.
Yeah.
You just run through a whole episode.
Kramer.
Verbatim.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom,
I can't believe this. He just starts with him reading something. I got this review in the paper.
Yeah.
No.
Kramer, I just saw your Laugh Factory set. What are you doing?
What are you doing? You're not supposed to say that word. It's the only rule. You can't say that word.
With a fork up your ass. Anyways, a fork when you say that. Anyways, what are we talking about?
So you're a real character, Kramer.
So, he was kind of jammed up. And, the string was jammed up. He was jammed up. We were jammed up. So he needed to borrow. He didn't bring a second guitar because it's like, why would you? Well, that's why. So he borrowed a guitar from one of the other bands, Brandon. Shout out to him from Midnight Block. They opened up the night. He has a.
They call me though. They call me the Midnight Conch Block.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's messed up. Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah. Anyways, so he's a Mexican.
That's me. I'm cock blocking all my friends.
Yeah.
I'm the fat friend who's like,
no,
come on, Brian, let's go.
No, he doesn't want to have sex with you. I told you about like our drummer one time, not this Brian, a different one. Like literally cock blocked me because he was like, "Oh no, that chick's not. I don't think she was really that hot." I'm like, "No, she wanted," and she's like, "Yeah, no, she wanted to have sex with you tonight. She's actually leaving. For probably about 6 months. Yeah, she was gonna have sex with you, but I didn't think she was that hot." I'm like, "She was. What? I'm like, you made that rule? You made that decision for me?"
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, "I told her that you weren't interested." I'm like, I was so fucking pissed at that fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, I would have never done that to you.
Yeah, any schlag that's good enough for Brian. Any slooter. That's Kyle's mentality.
Yeah.
Slooter.
Every gun needs a holster, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyways, so cock blocking aside. So he borrowed his telly, which is like a Mexican telly. I think it was an FSR, so it's a special run. Cool telly with 2 humbuckers. And yeah, worked out really well. He liked it a lot. So Adam was like, "Oh, this is actually cool." It's like, so thinking of like what, he actually really enjoys. Like, oh, he's kind of thinking about maybe even getting a telly as a backup guitar now, because he has an SG with P90s that he really doesn't like. It's really beat up. He used it for years. It's like which I might actually be the way to go. It's like I need a lot of work to get this going again, let alone having P90s, which he hates.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, I mean, just as a backup guitar could be cool. I think he's holding on to it.
What kind of P90s are in there? The dog ear? Or they
I believe so. No, not dog ear. No, I don't think so. It's an SG.
Soap bar.
Yeah, soap bar.
Well, you could probably get some freaking
mini humbuckers
in there.
Yeah. So I don't think, but the thing is, I don't know if he's kind of holding on to it more for just memories. Because I think it was like guitar he had in Jersey, brought it out here, played many shows with it, and he's kind of like, well, just, it's like kind of like, it does have sentimental. So, but he's also kind of like, it's not really one I want to play anymore. But
yeah,
also it's like it needs a lot of work, like he says. And I'm like, and then he has another Ibanez kind of hollow body or semi-hollow, which is cool, but it's also a giant guitar.
Art core ones or whatever.
I think, yeah, it's a big guy, which is a cool sounding guitar, but it's also like gets feedback a lot, and also it's huge. No. So it's like it's his case. The case that he has is the size of an acoustic guitar case. No joke.
Yeah,
you're like,
I just picture like if he's bringing that thing out, he's slicking his hair, and he's doing freaking.
He's got creepers on. He's a rockabilly.
Yeah. Damn, rockabilly. What's the dude? I can't think of his name. Brian Setzer.
Yeah.
Stray cat strut, I'm a ladies' man.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Boom,
boom, boom, boom. Yeah. And you get a stand-up bass.
Mm-hmm. So he's like, that's a cool, both of them cool guitars that he has, but he's like, okay, like what's a relatively inexpensive, relatively affordable guitar that you would suggest in that vein? So a Fender-ish, maybe even Tele. A guitar that's a good, or would you go for like something just off the shelf, or would you get something cheaper and like upgrades?
I get something, maybe hardtail.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking Strat hardtail, but really I was thinking Tele while you're talking. I'm like,
yeah. So if you already like the Tele, then another Tele.
Yeah, that makes this fucking conversation fucking boring. I was gonna say get a Tele Deluxe, which is basically what you described.
Mm-hmm. Except it has wide range humbuckers, which I'm sure isn't that much of a difference.
Yeah.
But what I was like thinking is like, okay, well, if he got one with like regular like humbuckers, I have a spare 59 bridge pickup from Seymour Duncan, and that's what he has in his Strat, which is his go-to, And so I'm like, okay, well, it could just be an easy just swap out and just throw whatever. If you find a Tele that has like a cutout for a humbucker, then just throw that bad boy in there.
All right, I'm sharing my screen here. So this is what I would, something like this.
Yeah. Now that's...
So this is they call it a Fender Telecaster.
No, I'm looking at Reverb. I have that pulled up exactly.
The same one?
Exact
This is local to me.
Yep. And
I'll pick it up for him.
Local pickup in Austin, Texas. All right. $500.
Leander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could get it for cheap.
That's funny. I just came across this one.
Exact fucking one. That's funny. Like
it's a good looking color too. Color combo looks cool.
Yeah,
and it's for people that are listening.
Mm-hmm.
It's a seafoam with a black pick guard, and then black rings around the humbuckers, and standard Tele after that with hardtail.
Yeah, so these are standard humbucker sized, so it's not the wide range, and they kind of look what the covered ones, like nickel plated ones that you would see.
Yeah,
I guess more common in a Les Paul style.
Yeah.
That's a cool guitar. That's not bad. $500 or $550. Well, he's got it for $500 on Reverb. So
yeah, we're like, hey, there's
blood in the water.
$450 since you're a liar.
$400 since you're a liar.
Yeah.
$420. Smoke them out. Smoke them, dump them.
I spend money on weed.
Yeah.
Just hopefully someone will take it also.
Yeah, crack it, slurp it, dump it.
And I spend more money. I don't know the market.
You get hosed on weed.
Yeah.
You're a
lose
square.
My ass.
Jesus. And that's not legal there, right?
No,
it's not like California's weed.
It's
you
not
can just
a ticket.
spark up a J.
Yeah, I don't think you. Yeah, it's a ticket here still. I don't really know. What am I talking about? I don't know shit. But it's not legal. I know that.
You get. There's also, if you look, which is very comparable to that, pretty much the same fucking thing, is the blacktop Fender Telecasters. I was looking at the cool one. Is pretty much the same thing as that. What you just saw is maybe a little different bridge, but they're. I mean, a black one would be cool, but they don't go for much. Yeah, they go for about $600. But they're cool too. So another one too is if we can find a regular Telecaster, your average single coil deal.
Yeah.
And Seymour Duncan makes a Telecaster size humbucker 59.
Okay.
So it's going to be angled, which is going to sound a little different, but if you can find a cheaper, just Mexican Tele, I would say, I want to stray away from Squires because I'm not super familiar with them. But from what RJ said, I was asking him too. He says, yeah, they're not too, Squires are better than they've ever been.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I like how I don't know anything about Squires.
That's why I'm just getting it from RJ. So
I know, but it's funny. It's like if you know anything about fenders, you know things about Squires.
Yeah.
I think you're like, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
You sound like you're just playing dumb.
Well, there's
sorry,
he was suggesting
there's shitty hardware. I know there's shitty.
Yeah.
Picture they have shitty electronics.
Yeah.
Like when I open up a Squire, it's like, Jesus Christ, who soldered this? Me?
Yeah. At the factory, there's another Kyle just there.
Freaking doppelganger.
Just like a palette swap Kyle, so you wear just different colored shirt. He's maybe got like brown eyes instead of blue.
No beard.
He's got black hair instead of brown. Just basically you.
Anyways, I guess there are some other brands you could look into. Mm-hmm. I mean, but I do like the idea of a Telecaster because it's different than his Strat that he's playing.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to recording, you could, lay out something different, because you don't even have a Tele for him to borrow for recording or whatever.
No, and I was even thinking, I don't have a backup guitar that he could really use.
Because you have all your freaking set bridges.
Yeah, which it couldn't work. The one that I could have him borrow that he would not want to play
Jazzmaster
is that, and also this, which would totally actually work for him, is that my Squire Strat. He gets this. He would play that. It's like, God damn it!
Yeah, he
just hate the way it looks, but it would play probably very similar to his. But that's not a guitar he would probably want as a backup. I one time did bring it as a backup. He's like, "Oh, we need a backup because I think we're playing a longer set." So he's like, "Oh, can you bring one of your guitars?"
You open it up and it goes, boo.
I think he thought I grabbed it. He didn't need it, but I think he thought I grabbed either my Les Paul or my SG. Because I told him like what
a disappointment.
Like you can't use it because he tunes down the drop D. I'm like, you can't use this.
Yeah.
Not that you can't beat the fucking shit out of it and play the fucking hell out of it, but you can't play it because it's not for you. It doesn't do that. It stays.
You don't have what it takes to play this.
I think you can actually. I think it was a Ola England kind of had a little tip. He's like, actually, you can. All the other strings will stay in tune, but if you just tune that lower one. No. This is what it was.
Don't lie to me.
No, you tune it to drop D, and then you can tune it up to E.
That makes sense.
But you can't do it the other way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's not going to be rock solid in tune like Evertune.
Yeah, it won't ever tune in E, but you can tune it down or tune it up to E.
Up to E, yeah.
All the other ones will be ever tuned, but that one. So that could be an option. I could just bring the SG.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Or the
drop D. Yeah.
E-Quits or something like that. Just set it up like that if you wanted to have a backup. In the meantime, because he's like debating, and I think at that show he really was like, he's like, oh, should I get the mono dual guitar bag? For one, he doesn't want to carry two guitars. And he's like, yeah, dual and mono has served us well. We like it. Like them. And then it's like, well, do we really want to get this? And he's like, yeah, I kind of think I fucking need that. And then to me, I'm like, other guitars that I could have him borrow, it's like Jazzmaster wouldn't work at all. Sure, he can make it work, but that's not even close to what he would play. Oh, nice burp in the mic there.
Jesus,
and then
sound like you're in my ear.
The Nutter, which that could, but that's not even close to what he would play either. It's like, what the?
No.
Yeah, it's like,
you'd be like, what is this?
Like, I think the bridge is. I mean, actually, yeah. I mean, it's not like I'm like, yeah, you don't have to use everything, but I'm like, unless we didn't set it to the bridge pickup, it's like, where the hell? Because there's so many options on it.
Yeah.
It might not be the easiest one to just pull out of the bag and be like, here you go. You have tune it and play the show. So, yeah, but that's what I was thinking. Like a Tele for sure. And I was thinking that, like, either one, I really do the same thing for you that you were thinking. A Tele, just because it's different than a Strat. Why get another Strat? Just like, oh, okay. we get it. You like Strats, but that's his main is an American Strat. So I think like your Champagne one, like directly behind you, it's like that, but it has like a HSS. So there's a humbucker in the bridge.
It's copper.
Yeah,
bitch.
Champagne.
Yeah.
It's copper tone, bitch.
That's the reason why I liked it. Actually, it's copper.
Copper.
It was what caught my eye at the stove.
Yeah, but yeah, so he has that like line that you have. So it's like it's American, but it's I think a little
just
bit
like the entry level American.
Yeah, it's above the Mexican series, but just below the standard.
It's like right before you have to like contact your loan officer at the bank before you buy one. It's like that one.
Yeah,
you could buy that Fender American.
Cash out your 401k before you get it. So yeah, I mean, I think just to definitely, I don't know. I heard Squires are fine, they're good, but I just would stick with like a Mexican Fender. I don't know. I'm still old school that way, where I think of like Squire.
Squire hardly newer.
Yeah. That got me. I like. He likes it. Yeah, I think we're gonna be on look for these. So
he could borrow my my T60 if he wants.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you have guitars. If you still lived here, I'd say like your Squire Telly is easy money.
Yeah,
that would be perfect. Probably just
that one.
Yeah,
just get a setup on it.
Yeah, the black one.
Probably change the pickups. I mean, or just see how they sound first and then change them.
And then just put a 59 in the bridge, and then that's all you need.
Yeah.
What kind is that? What kind is that? An Affinity? Affinity?
Affinity? I think it is. I don't think it actually says on those anymore. They used to have on the headstock.
Yeah. What about your Tom DeLonge, not Tom DeLonge Strat? What kind was that? Affinity?
I think that's an Affinity.
Okay. Yeah. So
it's a soft tail. If you look closely, like, excuse me, this is no Tom DeLonge.
Excuse me,
mate. Looks like you're fucking trying to pass off a Tom DeLonge. A Squire, that's a Tom DeLonge. Anyway,
well, they did make
it's the right color.
Yeah,
it's got an Invader in it. It's all you need, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they did make Squire Tom DeLonge though, but yeah, I'm just saying.
Oh, did they?
You shut up. It's not funny for the joke.
What? You ruined my joke.
BJ has one. Unless he got rid of it, but it had a Duncan design. Instead of a Seymour Duncan. I'm like, how much money did you save by not putting a real Seymour Duncan in there, but putting a Duncan design? I'm like, God damn.
$50.
But I guess all
not
of it
even.
I mean, all of it to save money to get it, out to more people. But it's also like, and then it didn't come with a Perloid white pickguard. It came with a white pickguard, which I think it's like all these like little things that they saved money on from the Squire version to like the Mexican Tom DeLonge version. I'm like, how much? But really, did that really save you that much?
Well, they also probably didn't want it to be exact too, because then it degrades the original.
Yeah. But anyways, I don't know. We really didn't get this. Is kind of more just like a subject of like, hey, keep an eye out for cheap Telecasters and send them my way. So maybe we can get Adam a second guitar. But
this is it. Get a Kramer, not even an original, not the Fender. Get the Kramer Van Halen, Frankenstrat.
Yeah,
hockey stick. Headstock.
That would be cool.
He would love that.
And then we did see Punch Card.
Nice.
There you go, like my shirt here. Play and the guitarist, he plays Charvels actually. So those are
that would be really what I say go for, but
those aren't cheap. Those aren't like
you can find them pretty good.
Yeah, he plays like a telly like style.
Oh, really?
Charvel.
That's kind of a unusual one.
But also, he has the one with like the whammy dive bomby thing.
Yeah,
and he keeps the
whammy
bar.
Or it's a Floyd. I think they do Floyd Roses actually.
But yeah, he has that, and then he never touches that whammy at all. Nice. I mean, he plays punk rock. It was also like, not once. You didn't even touch it. You're not gonna do boo.
I think so they have like a standard Fender style in some of them, and then they do the freaking Floyd Roses.
Yeah,
which looks like it takes out more meat than a freaking Evertune bridge.
Yeah, I was looking because we did talk about it on Patreon, but there's that new Charvel that came out, or I don't know if it's out yet, but it's that Charvel Pro Mod Plus, the San Dimas HH, like the pink Strat style, which I'm keeping an eye on those if those go on sale or if those go to Evertune and they stock them with preloaded Evertunes. I'm gonna get one. I'm marking my words. Looks very cool. But they actually do a Pro Mod Charvel.
So I hijacked the feed here. But keep going.
That's cool. So it's the San Dimas one. But they have a Telecaster one with a hardtail brake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
hardtail would be pretty sweet too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've seen those go. Those are on Reverb. At least I'm watching one that's like about $550. So
yeah. This is the color I want in the bass. They do a bass setup in that.
Charvel's pretty fucking cool. And they're basically Fenders, right? They're owned by the same fucking company.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they have the licensed headstock. Now, you can find the older ones that have the hockey stick style.
Yeah, if you want it.
Which is cool too, but like I see basses like that and I'm like, It's weird. You see like Jackson / Charvel for a certain period of time, which is weird. But
which was the style at the time. But yeah, I mean
it's how they did it. It's how they got by.
Hockey stick was the style at the time.
Yeah. They're like, how can we just give up on life and everything? How can we avoid trademark? Well,
let's just give up.
Squiggle this line here, and oh shit, we did it.
So how much do you like Wayne Gretzky?
Yeah, it's better than a lot. It's better than Reverend.
Yeah,
or GNL.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
GNL, Leo, he originally.
Shut up.
He was there in the L.A. their factory. Shut up. I've heard it all before, and I fucking hate it still.
Just get pissed.
It's more of a fender than a fender if you think about it.
Kill yourself.
Kill me.
All right, we're having too much fun. This one's getting back into it. Let's bring it in. Let's reel it in, huh?
Let's do it.
All right. So I want to say thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you like what you hear, you can follow us on social media. We're on Instagram. We have Instagram posting shit over there. On the reg, getting the group going. We have the group. It has been going. We're get both of those linked to Facebook group and the Instagram profile. I'm falling apart here, Kyle. Let's get back on the rails.
I can't help you. Sorry.
Yeah, you're gone, kid. Sorry. You can't teach timing, kids.
See, kids is an example.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah. Stay on drugs.
Yeah, actually, Brian's never touched it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we got the Facebook group over there, and we got the Instagram, and then we have a YouTube channel. So doing the videos over there. Got the video pod up. With did last week with RJ and I. We did it IRL. So it's helping improve the lighting here, and then I eventually want to improve like our podcast that we do together. Hopefully by the end of the year, I want to get that going for us. So as much as we like the Zoom of 320 quality,
yeah,
240p
over here.
You want to step it up a little bit as much as we like 4 frames per second, and we get to pay a premium for it. Thank you, Zoom.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get a discount for dropped frames.
Yeah. So got that over there on YouTube. Check it out. All of those linked in the description, as well as our Patreon. You can help support the show for as little as $1 a month, but if you double down for $2 a month, you get an extra episode every week. We do occasionally miss some episodes here on the main, but we do make it up on the Patreon. So different show over there, so it's not just the same episode early or whatever. You get early access or any of that shit. It's a different episode. It's a different feel, different vibe. We've posted some of those on the main here. I like them. They're different shows. I think it's more loosey-goosey on the Patreon there. I dig it. So anyways, linked in the description below. For $2 you get the extra episodes, but even just for $1 a month, you get a shout out. We want to give you all a huge shout out, a sizable acknowledgement for the support. Kyle, you got a list over there?
I got it right here.
Why don't you give it to you?
I have Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove. and Red 4, his synth project. I got Abe Newman,
we need the Patreon support. How am I going to drink these fancy waters?
Yeah. Are you more of a Pellegrino guy, or what are you drinking? I know it's a blue bottle.
Saratoga. They had it at the liquor store I went to, and it's fancy. So there was a meme. I think it may have been more of a Twitter thing. I don't know if you ever saw it, where it's like that one guy who's a hustler, rise and grind kind of guy. That's like waking up at like 3 a.m. or whatever, and it shows his day as like a hustler. Getting after it. Just jacked, good-looking black guy. It was a piece of ass, really. But he shows like waking up and he's like doing push-ups. He's doing fucking working out and stuff like that. And he constantly breaks like and just dips his face. Like he'll like the still water, not the sparkling, dips like ice cold water of this water into a bowl and just dumps his face into it, like randomly a bunch of times.
I don't. Oh, what the hell?
And then it's like, and then puts like lemon in it. And then like put lemon, whatever, wipes his face with lemon or I think banana peels and stuff like that. Just like
and this guy's serious.
I don't know. I think in earnest. And then other people did like parodies of it. It's like saying like instead of waking up at 3 a.m. to grind and stuff like that, and being like a businessman, you could say. I mean, it shows. It looks like he's making a lot of money. And then it's like people make, it's like, hey, I crawl out of bed after being blackout at 11:30 a.m. and then I have another beer and and I, Elf bar and then move on to smoking a joint different times of like 11:10, 11:30, It's silly. So I saw that and I'm like, let me try it. They're fine. They're good. Fine waters, but it's bougie. And so it's like a fancy water.
Because I don't think I asked you all that information, but.
That's where I saw this.
I'm glad I got it.
That's where I saw this from. I'm like, oh, I want to get one of these so I could be like hustle and bustle. I'm going to make it, baby.
It's such a random name though, Saratoga. I think of like Revolutionary War when I hear Saratoga.
Yeah.
It was like a big battle.
Pursuing the art of water since 1872.
Where's it bottled at?
Exquisite effervescence.
Is it in New York? That's where I think that's where Battle of Saratoga took place.
Saratoga Springs, New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, I know some stuff. Anyways,
but yeah.
Abe Newman, Michael Newman. Thanks for that, Brian. Nicholas Payson, Nicholas Ogburn, Doug King, Joe from the Like Mind Network.
If this Masters podcast of the Cinematic wasn't dragging on enough, thanks, Brian.
Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and also the Just Surprise Me podcast. We got R.J. Smith, big fan of the show, big friend of the show. He's a big fan, I think, too. No, he probably doesn't even listen.
Yeah,
you guys still doing that? Yeah, can I get you on? I guess.
Smoking
off to bigger things. He's like
smoking a cigarette. Tone Jerks. I haven't heard that name in years.
I wonder how they're doing. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
From Telly Talks, from Televised Neon, he's working
60 Cycle.
He's on the short. Was it the shorts? I guess for.
Yeah, he's doing with 60 Cycle.
60 Cycle Hum.
Play Jason. Which actually is a great name. He takes the PlayStation logo and it's like, the fuck, this is awesome.
Yeah. You got Jamie Davis, Johnny Ray, Steve Rao from 60 Cycle Hum.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin E. Quits from E. Quits Guitars, Cole Schneider from the band Night Tides, Alvaro Viramontes, Brian Nutter of Nutter Guitars, Mel Chipson of Chipson Guitars, Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop, Sean Fahey from the band Shadowhounds out of San Antonio, Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects, Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects, Mike Oxbig, thanks for asking, Denny Whacked It.
Let's tent my
My name's Danny Whacked It.
Oh, yeah, my Danny Whacked It.
Oh, yeah. My name's Danny Whacked It. Zach Hale, Scott Hamilton. Oh, my name's Scott Hamilton. From the Effects Loop podcast.
Danny
Just
Whacked
make fun of him. Danny Whacked It.
After everybody.
Yeah. You just make fun of Scott Hamilton for no reason. He's like, what the fuck did I get that for? You just keep moving through the list.
Why the fuck did I catch that?
Why'd they do a voice? And they just, do I sound like that? What the hell? I don't sound like that.
Fucking do your ass.
And you're like, hey, babe, do I sound like that? No. I'm going to kick his ass. Yeah. Dude's tall. Probably kick my ass.
But next time I see him, I'll punch him in the back of the head. He sees you
at
Nam and just poop. You spit your coffee up.
He sees you at the top of the escalator. He runs to the top and just right before I crest, he just knocks me over and just fall down like 8 stories down that thing. Just bowling ball effect through everyone.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Scott. You mean you
just rolled down the escalator.
Matthew
knock everybody over.
Just kill everyone is what would happen.
But it's like perpetual motion. You're just stuck rolling as the escalator goes up.
That's how slow I'm falling.
Yeah.
I mean, people do fall like that. I don't know if you've seen that. People fall up, or they go up and they lean back and they just tumble like fucking clothes in a dryer.
Yeah.
Like towels.
Full scorpion. Just going down.
Jesus. Like someone stop. Like there's a button to stop that thing.
Somebody
just watching them tumble dry. Yeah. Leave blood on the stairs.
Yeah.
All right. Matthew Fenslaw, Matthew Davis, Chase Stevens, and Pete from over there, and that is the list.
Oh, it's a long one, but I know you like it. Like it long.
Yeah. Thanks.
Jesus. Yeah. Good one.
Outing me.
Yeah.
I ain't no size queen. I'll take them all.
I don't discriminate. I don't hate.
Come one, come on. Anyways, keep going. Finish it out.
Well, we love you. We will see you next time. We love you.
Bye.